Hello. Today, we have returned with a WICSO episode. It has been around 3 weeks, 32 weeks, give or take. Give or take, yeah. 2 to 3 weeks, give or take. And yeah, it has been a long time. I've been mostly busy with school, other things. School's running on. School's running on. Anyways, we have finally returned. The update is here. I said I would do it, but I kind of forgot to do it. I forgot to make a video on it. But anyways, who cares? I'm just doing this for you guys. Anyways, we hit 40 subscribers. Yay! We just need 10 more and we hit 50. We are so close. Please do this for me. And I want this. I want to get this achievement, okay? I want this achievement, okay? Please, can you do that? Okay, you can? Okay. Alright, let's continue with the video. Today, something interesting will happen. A major war. The last major war that probably happened was against the Purple Team. And so far, they have, regrown into a pretty powerful nation. They're still restricted. Like, if they officially declare themselves an empire, all of Europe will just go and destroy them again, and make the peace much harder. So they are getting bigger, but not too big. They don't want to deal with that again. Who is getting too big? Russia. The Russians are getting bigger. That's a problem. See, them getting bigger means they have more control. Like, they have 4 puppets. 3 of them not being loyal at all, and this one being the most loyal. You see, they are a big empire, but big empires mean big problems. For example, a lot of trade is over here. Like Malaysia, China, and Japan all trade with the Europeans to make a great amount of cash, aka money. But here's the thing: ever since Russia started growing, the trade started getting more expensive. Because here's the thing: there's 2 ways to get to Europe. First way is to go through India, through them, through the Purple Team. Actually, no, 3. There's 3 ways. Go through India, then the Middle East, and then reach Europe. The second way is to use boat. Through India, around here, towards them, go up to Egypt. Go up and you reach Europe. Other way is to go through here, towards here, take a rest, keep going, and reach Russia. Rest, and officially go to Europe. Not Europe. Europe. Here's the problem. The Russians, the Purple Team, and officially them, have been trying to block trade to Europe to strangle them and resources. And that's the problem. Because, see, these two, they're like, okay, alright, you can come through, but you have to pay us. The Russians are like, no. Okay, maybe, no. So, that is a problem. Here's the worst problem. These people are getting treated, not wrong, they're actually getting treated good. But that's not the problem. The problem is they are being used. Like here. Like, a lot of their people, except for them, some of these, right, but mostly these 3, are all getting sent to factories. Why did I say factories? No. Factories don't exist yet. Kind of places to make stuff like weapons, housing, everything. They're all getting used to build for the Russians, and, But even though they get treated right, even though they do get treated pretty good, they are still pretty mad about that. So, what happens? Actually, hold on. So I have no idea what to call these two because they both have the same name. These two both have the same name. Here, if one of you can leave like a comment down below, saying I'll change one of these two's name because it's getting really confusing to deal with this. Anyways, revolution. Right. First one will be this one, who officially breaks away, and then them, and then finally them. Will all officially declare independence. And the Russians officially also declare war. Because they won their puppets back. So, let's begin this war. The Russians immediately push towards here, capturing cities and breaking through defenses. But here's the thing. They're taking a bait. They're trying to war them down and then defeat them there. But they have a different plan. Their plan is to strike fast and early to catch them off guard. Then go defensive as much as possible and then go offensive. So I won't do that. Everything is great. The rush, right? Yeah, everything is great. But then the Russians start pushing against them, breaking through lines fast and quickly as well. And since they had a small defense over here, the defense over here get wiped out pretty easily, and over here they get surrounded, officially cutting the country in two and then three. Over here it's not. It's also getting pretty bad. Their forces get surrounded, and more cities and lands. More land is getting captured as we continue. Everything is going horrible. And then something happened. Over here, a revolution happened, saying they want their own independence. Oh, let me fix this. There we go. So now they have to pull troops back in order to deal with that revolution. But then, this union right here, this federation, officially also declares war on these two in order to gain more territory and become more major superpower. Because that's what they want. They want to become stronger, be more recognized. And then this one falls, surrendering to the Russians. Then this one also falls, surrendering to the Russians as well. But they will not surrender. They will surrender once the last man dies. So that's what happens. They officially keep pushing and officially take the capital and destroy it. Over here, it's a whole big old different story. Since a lot of forces are still over there, the Russians are really easily pushed back, far back, and they're getting close to one of the cities. But first, let's look at a peace treaty over here. They're returning. Alright, first we do this one. They return to be a puppet, but more territory is annexed in order to weaken them, so then another revolution doesn't happen. But of course that probably won't help. Over here, same thing. Puppeted once more and land taken. Over here, they do get to keep some. Over here, that. See, even though they were the first ones to revolutionize, they did get slightly bit more territory though. You know, they lost most, but they lose one of the most important territories over here. Over here, though, they get to keep Crimea and a little bit of territory. So now this union, this federation has officially gained some territory. Over here, the failure of stopping this revolution is still going on. To the point where it's even reached this island and this war has already been dragging on for a bit. So they ask for a peace treaty in which they do accept. Since these revolutionaries won, they get to decide mostly what they take. A lot of land is now going to be taken by them. For example, they'll be taking these territories. They'll take some of these right over here. And this is all the territory they will take from this revolution. So actually, no way. Hold up, no. I think we'll change it a little bit. There we go. There we go. That's a little bit better. Now the Russians have gotten more weaker. But now, this revolution has spreaded ideas across Europe of wanting independence. Except for Africa. Africa is united because why? Not because bad stuff, because they're literally in a desert. They have to unite in order to stay alive. Yes. Anyways, now these ideas are spreading. And the first one is this small little nation officially declaring independence against the Federation. And they really don't care. Because even though it gave them access to, the Mediterranean, they still have access to the Black Sea that has also access to the Mediterranean. So they could care less. But now, something else. The French revolution is going to happen. These people like to rejoin with the red team. So they declare independence. And just again, war has been declared again. They'll start pretty easily as they push them back. But then they'll go defensive because they know they can't win. After a few weeks, peace treaty is signed and they get to keep the territory. And yes, they officially joined the red team. The red team has very much expanded. Up. But the red team knows that dealing with a powerful nation after a war is a bad thing. But even though they were not involved in it, they did supply some resources to them. That is why they give back some territory, so I don't have to deal with that. Anyways, the Red Empire, being one of the strongest nations on the planet, is now going to go through a brutal civil war. Yes, because the king is doing bad things that I'm not going to say. Because, well, I don't know. But you can only imagine. That's why. And yes, but unlike my last video of this, that's not canon. This is, though. This one will be, though. I don't know what to call it. I have no idea what to call it. I'm just gonna call it, I don't know, question marks. Because I have no idea what to call it. And we'll make it like a light kind of blue. Actually, no, we already did that. I see like this, yeah. Also, we'll take this and then invert it. Yeah. We'll take the black, do this. Grab that same black, change this. Boom. No, we're gonna do this all over again. No, actually. Alright, we're gonna do this all over again. After this whole day. No. I don't like that. Nice. The red shall be replaced by doing this. We'll take that blue. Actually, no. Then we'll go to blue. Oh, no. What? Okay, this is gonna take a while. Okay, why is it so difficult? Okay, I made it easier. Done. That took way longer than I expected. It took way too long than expected. Anyways, yes. Revolution will happen here, and they want to change the government to be more like a democracy, because more of a democracy than a monarchy, with a mix of communism and some other things like capitalism. So, yeah, it will happen over here, and kind of start pushing. Then the Cyan team, officially revolts. Officially breaks away. Yes. And goes to war for their independence, because of course. And since I don't know what else. I don't know what I'm saying. I see it. The Cyan Team's people and the nation itself has been under Red's rule for way too long, and they officially declare independence and goes to war, wanting their lands back, and also to reach Denmark, but they are quickly repelled back from Denmark and start being pushed towards the capital. And a small little line right about here starts to form going towards the capital. Then something happens over here near the Russian border, aka another revolution, and a lot of Russians live over here. And they want to do this, and yes, join the Russians. And a lot over here. And this is a problem. Not only will Russia get slightly more bigger from this, it's also really close to the capital, which is also a problem for them. Then Denmark declares independence, and well, it's Denmark, so they really don't care. But they do care about this. Over here, this revolution officially takes over most of Finland and starts pushing. But then everything is saved because some Redbird allies like Spain, France, Germany, Britain, and the Federation, and Greece, Carthage, and Egypt send volunteers and some troops to help with this civil war. Over here, though, they're being funded by corporations that don't like it, and the Russians, obviously. And everything goes horribly. But then they do start to push back against the revolution. It's over here. Over here, but then they push back over here. And these two know that if they continue on for longer, it's gonna get worse. And the revolutionaries wanted a quick revolution and get out. No, it has been dragging on for a bit, and they are getting tired already. So they just sent out a big operation, and it's one of the few biggest. But then the operation gets stopped, and the operation fails. Seeing how they're dealing with too many fronts, is going horribly. Dealing with too many fronts. So then they declare peace with these guys because they don't want to deal with this front. They're already dealing with these fronts, so they want to immediately do a peace treaty. And this shall be the treaty. And a bit later, Russia fully annexes land, and now they're mad because, see, the Cyan team is doing everything in their power to keep their independence, and they actually win. They actually push them back pretty far, and it looks like it's about to be cut in half. And yes, they do cut it in half. But an operation is set out, and officially they are pushed back. Over here is the same thing. They are pushed. Over here, it's a different story. They keep pushing, but then the troops from them fully arrive and are fully repaired, and this revolution starts to fail. An operation to go to the small little lake. It succeeds, and they officially cut it in half, with a part of it surrendering. Over here, yeah, no, it's a total fail. Peace is signed, and this Cyan team gets back its entire independence. They officially won their independence back, which you're happy about. But they're still not done. They want to take back all of old territory, like over here. Over here, though, the revolution officially fails. Before I do that, I'm going to... Oh. And, okay, anyways. This revolution officially surrenders. Fully surrenders, ending the Civil War, but leaving the Empire weakened. Very. See. But now, let's move to Greece. Because a war is going to happen between two rivals before. Yeah. Yes. Because... I'm joking, no. It's actually going to be against these two. See, the new king of this nation, of Greece, is not happy that the Federation up here has taken territory from them long ago. So, they want to take it back. How? War. War has been declared, and they officially strike to what they used to have the territory. Going for two reasons. To gain land, and also to have more influence in the Black Sea. And everything's going great. Although it isn't. Because the red team sees an opportunity and, well, takes it. They're declaring war unofficially. And they officially do push them back and make a landing towards here. And Federation pushes the Greek soldiers back, but it stops because their defenses near the border. Over here on the red team, though, they make another landing over here, meeting up the Federation forces because they have made a alliance for a bit to counter the green team. And they realize, okay, we're screwed. Let's just do a peace treaty. And now, peace treaty shall be signed. Right now. The red team takes some of these territories. Red team takes some like Albanian, I don't know, some of these territories right here. This territory right here. Over here, though, they don't want to fight the Greeks again, so they do give back the territory they used to have.
Esa mochila se la quita tu grapa de ahí después que te vayas, ¿ok?
Okay. Anyways. Anyways. But they do have to pay some money. The Federation does not want to fight no more because they think they've reached their peak, which they have. Now, something else happened. Instead of war, it's a treaty again. The borders have been because arguments and some bad things have happened to these borders. So they go to the table and make a new border between them and them. And boom. Once again, the ideas of revolution is still going on. For example, they want to leave and join the Greeks. Of course, Herbert doesn't want that. War has been declared. Not by the Purple Team, by the revolutionaries this time. And the revolutionaries get pushed. And the Greeks can't help because they just went through a war. But they will not give up. They don't want to. They push back again. And they succeed this time. Because the Purple Team has not been in war for a little bit. A lot of the soldiers are new, so they're pretty scared. And now peace treaty will be signed. Because they don't want to fight a war again. That's the first thing. Second thing, the soldiers are scared. So a lot of them are new. And this is the treaty, and the Greeks annexed them. Yeah. Now the Greeks lost land here, but they've got more new territory. And the red team is going on another rampage, but they won't make an empire again. Over here, in this small little piece of land, they declare war, and not a day later, like 12 hours later, they officially surrender. Officially making it the shortest war in this world's history. But now, let's go over to the Americas. Especially Greenland. Not because they're officially going to discover it, because this little thing, this small little Greenland nation, and the Orange Team. You see, they officially been here. They can withstand the cold. They found it. Most of the people cannot. So they make a treaty with each other, saying that they will help the Orange Team discover Greenland and some other things. Another thing, the Cyan Team. Yes, what are we gonna do about them? They have a colony over here because they send out people to India and then to Malaysia to ask for a colony. They agreed, nothing was going on, and then they expanded, and then everything was wrong. And now, revolution time. Even revolutionary ideas have very much spread all the way to Malaysia, causing this small little Filipino island to declare independence. But they don't really care. That's the thing. They don't care. Because, well, I don't know. They're already making a lot of money, even without this part of the Filipino island. So they don't care. Something they will care about, though, is this revolution going down for independence. Yes. Another revolutionary. Because this is the age of revolution. Yes, that's what we call it. The age of revolution. Oh. And see, the people here want independence because a lot of people here are native to the island. These are not, yeah, that's why. They want independence because they like, oh, we're native here. We've been living here for so long. We want independence. So after a little bit of fighting, they get their independence. They officially get their independence. Yeah. I'm joking again. Over here, this tribe nation, will go down and expand further down here and also up here because why not? And then over around here, this tribe nation will greatly expand to Florida and discover these small islands. Over here, though, the Panama Canal has been discovered, and more stuff has been discovered, like over here, like parts of Colombia, and they eventually go and discover parts of Venezuela, and over down here, they discover more parts of Chile. Yes, go Chile. Go, yeah. Discover more of Chile. And also Peru. I think it's up here. Yeah, no, it is up here. And final thing over here in North America is more parts of Mexico being discovered. Discovered over here. And this big tribal nation also expanding greatly up the territory they have discovered. And this Baja California nation, tribal nation, taking parts of Mexico and going more up to California, and also discovering a bit more of it, and maybe a little bit of Mexico. I'm joking. This is the final thing, promise, for North America. Exploration up here has happened more, and this small little nation. Sorry if I sound like this, by the way. I'm like, sick. Ish. No, I'm not. I don't clock nose. Anyways, they officially discovered more things, and have grown a little bit. Then finally, the final thing that will happen is the Cyan team going to Australia. Now have to worry less about Malaysia, or Indonesia, whatever you want to call it. Exploring more of Australia to get, And me going like over here. But they won't discover too much because harsh climates and everything on the island trying to kill them. So, yeah. Also, what's this Chinese nation over here will discover some territory. Just a little bit. So we'll take it along. There we go. And that's it. Yep. I hope you enjoyed. I mean, that wasn't that long, but I don't think so. I don't think so. It was pretty simple. Because this is the time of revolutions, and revolutions did happen across everywhere. Once they got annexed. But trust me, Ace. Trust me. Later, more things will happen. But something I'm gonna do is getting you to be involved. Yes. Say whatever you want, like down below, and it probably will happen. Like, oh, let's do big old war. That I will. If I see it, I will probably remember it in the back of my head. And when I think the time is right, make a big old war. For example, like, and also this is another example. Anyways, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Bye.